Hi all. Today in this video we are going to see classification of organic compounds. So before starting the classification of organic compounds, let us see what are organic compounds. So organic compounds are a class of chemical compounds which contains at least one carbon atom within them. So the speciality of this carbon atom is the capability of catenation. Because of the ability of this catenation of carbon, millions of organic compounds can be formed and those are available in this nature. So because of the huge number, there is a need for classification of these organic compounds. So now let us see the classification of organic compounds. The organic compounds can be classified based upon two factors, that is, based on structure or else the functional group. Organic compounds can be classified based upon two factors, that is either structure or functional group. So let us see the classification tree of organic compounds based upon the structure. Basically, based upon the structure, organic compounds can be typically divided into two majorly, that is open chain compound and cyclic compound. Open chain compounds can again subdivide into two, that is straight chain compound and branched chain compounds. And coming to our cyclic compounds, these can be basically divided into two based upon the types of atoms that are present, that is homocyclic compounds and heterocyclic compounds. Heterocyclic compounds again can be divided into alicyclic heterocyclic compound or aromatic heterocyclic compound. Our homocyclic compounds can be divided into aromatic compounds and alicyclic compounds based upon the aromatic nature. And our aromatic compounds can be again subdivided into two, that is benzenoid and non-benzenoid. This is the classification tree of organic compounds based upon the structure. So let us see one by one in detail in next slides. First of all, let us see open chain compounds. So open chain compounds are also called as alicyclic compounds, and these compounds are linear in nature. That is, they will be open chained. Okay, they will be open chained. That is, these won't have any cycles in these structures. That's why those are called as open chains. So here these compounds are generally also called as aliphatic compounds, and they may have either branched or straight chains. So an open chain compound having no side chains is called a straight chain compound. That is, if there are no branches, or if there are no side chains, then it is called as straight chain, and if it is having branches, then it is called as branched. Here you can see the examples. So in the examples, I have given you two. The first one is N-octane. Here you can see the number of carbons 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 carbons and it is straight chain without any branches. That's why it is called as N-octane. And coming to the second example, it is having to the same octane chain what we have seen in the first example. For this there are 3 branches added, that's why it is called as branched alkane. Okay, and IUPAC name of this branched alkane is 5-ethyl 3-methyl 4-isopropyl octane. You can see 5-ethyl and 3-methyl and 4-isopropyl octane. So at the fifth position there is ethyl group, at the third position there is a methyl group, and at fourth position there is isopropyl group. So that's why it is 5-ethyl 3-methyl 4-isopropyl octane. And let us see next class of compounds, that is cyclic compounds. Cyclic compounds are also called as ring compounds. As the name suggests, these are having a closed ring structure. So to make them closed ring structure, either one or more carbons in the same compound will get connected to form a closed rings. And these cyclic compounds are having a very important place in humans day-to-day life, and without these really a human can't live. And these cyclic compounds are again categorized into two types, that is two divisions. The first one is homocyclic and second one is heterocyclic. So let us see what are homocyclic and what are heterocyclic. Now let us see homocyclic compounds. Homocyclic compounds, the name suggests homo means same, equal, and cyclic means a closed ring structure. So as the name suggests, homocyclic, in this type of compounds we can find all atoms of a similar type. So as we are discussing these homocyclic compounds in organic chemistry, we can find carbon as the major element, and because of this reason these are also called as carbocyclic compounds. So no other element other than this carbon exists in carbocyclic compounds. Although apart from our organic chemistry, in inorganic chemistry various types of homocyclic compounds which are made up of boron, sulfur, phosphorus are also available, but as we are discussing in organic chemistry, let us limit this to carbocyclic compounds. And the best examples were shown here, which covers naphthalene, benzene. Here I have shown two categories of homocyclic compounds as examples. The first category are cycloalkanes, which covers cyclohexane, cyclopentane, and cyclobutane. And another category are aromatic in nature, that is benzene, aniline, and naphthalene. Here in aniline, even though we can see a heteroatom, that is nitrogen here, but even though this comes under the category of homocyclic because inside the ring there is only carbon, no heteroatom is present, and that is the reason why this is also considered as a homocyclic compound. Now let us see heterocyclic compounds. So heterocyclic compounds are nothing but very similar to our homocyclic compounds, but they will have at least one heteroatom. Heteroatoms means either nitrogen, oxygen, or sulfur. So there are many more heteroatoms, but even though I am limiting to nitrogen, oxygen, sulfur because these are predominant. And examples of heterocyclic nucleus includes nucleic acids, majority of drugs, biomasses, and many natural compounds including synthetic dyes. And more than half of the known organic compounds are heterocyclic in nature. Here I have given few examples of heterocyclic compounds like pyridine, pyrimidine, purine, furan, and imidazole. And coming to the classification of organic compounds based on functional group. So before starting this, let us have a brief discussion about a functional group. So functional group is a group of atoms or an atom. A functional group may be either a single atom or else a group of atoms which are going to impart a specific characteristic chemical properties to the entire molecule. So that's why as this group is going to decide the properties of entire molecule, that's why it is called as a functional, because the functions of the chemical and physical functions of the entire molecule is being decided by this group of atoms. That's why it is called as functional group. And there is a really great need to classify organic compounds based on functional group these because of this type of classification we can easily segregate or classify the chemical behavior of the organic compounds. So the functional groups draws very important impact on reactions of the compounds at some levels, even at their physical properties. So there are numerous organic reactions which involves functional group transformation have no effect on the rest of the molecules. Of course, that's quite possible. So there are so many examples of functional group cases like that, like carboxylic acid, hydroxyl group, and aldehyde group. So let us see how these functional groups has been classified in our next slide. So here there are a few functional groups. Here you can see the functional groups which are given with the colored circles, and these colors can be compared with the colors that are mentioned in the top. The red color ones are hydrocarbons, and The blue color ones are oxygen containing, the orange or halogen containing, the green ones are carbonyl compounds, pink colors are nitrogen, yellow color or sulfur, and blue color or aromatic in nature. Here you can see alkane, alkene, alkyne falls under hydrocarbons, alcohol, ether, and epoxide falls under oxygen containing functional groups. Haloalkane is a halogen containing functional group. Aldehyde, ketone, carboxylic acid, acid anhydride, ester, amide, and acid halide are having carbonyl functional group, whereas amine, nitrile, imine, isocyanide, azo compounds are having nitrogen, thiol is having sulfur, and arenes are nothing but a benzene-like compounds. That's why those are called as arenes and aromatic in nature. So with this, we have completed the classification of organic compounds. So if you have any doubts, please do comment